This is your girl Dom, aka Serenity Within, and we are here with another video. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming to my channel. If you're a returning Serenity Within family member, hey girl, hey. So I just wanted, before we even jump into this video, I just wanted to show you guys, like, look at my hair. It grew, okay? So with the relaxer, it still grew. So let's just jump into this video. So in this video, the products that we're going to use are rubber bands, needle and thread, and some hair. So you already know a masterpiece is about to be created right now. So a little disclaimer, I did this hairstyle growing up years ago, and then I know I did it recently. I'm not quite sure how recent it was. It could have been a year, 2 years, or 3 years. But I was really bored, okay? I did everything off of my to-do list, and I was just finished working out for the week, so I needed to do a hairstyle. So I said, you know what? I need some content. Let's just have some fun and some hair. So I am going to do the rubber band method of doing like those links, like the micro links. So in order to do this, we're just going to jump into how I even started the process, okay? So first thing first, you have to section off the hair where you want for it to be out. Now, if your hair is longer than mine in the front, you don't need this much hair out because your hair is pretty long. It could cover the tracks. But if your hair is like my length or shorter, you want to have more hair out just to make sure that the tracks are being covered so that you can be able to have a versatile hairstyle where you could put it up into ponytails. You could do a side part with this hairstyle. You could do a middle part with this hairstyle. You could do a half up, half down with this hairstyle. So I just wanted to clip my hair away, and rubber bands is the major key into doing this hairstyle. But you just want to make sure that the rubber bands are not tight. You just want to make sure that the rubber bands are nice and loose. Okay, so this is how your outline, your perimeter of your hair should look right now. So now it's time to do our first row. And when doing your rows, you want to make sure that they're not too thin and not too thick. They have to be like a medium, like a small and a medium size. Because if they're too small, then you can possibly take your hair out. It's too many rubber bands and it's going to be completely lumpy. And if they're too big, then when it's time for you to, like for your hair to lay flatter, it's going to be extra thick and extra heavy. It's not going to look right. So you just want to make it seem as though like they're clip-ins, you know, just the line placement and stuff like that. So you just want to put your rubber bands on. You do not want for them to be extra tight, and you don't want for them to be loose, because if they're loose, they're going to come out easily. And if they're really tight, it's going to be a lot of tension on your hair, and it's going to pull your hair, and that's how you can have damage as well. But you also don't want to pull your hair to make the parting tighter. The looser the part, the better the grip that you will have when it's time to sew down your hair. So when it's time for me to sew on my hair, I always like to use two weft tracks in the back, and I like to start the needle in with the hair first before I apply it to my hair. That way I know both of those tracks are stuck together, which makes it easier for me to start to sew it. So now it starts to just sew in the tracks in. The main trick when it's coming down to sewing these tracks are not to sew into the rubber band, because when you do that, over time the tension of the rubber band will pop and you can lose your placement in securing that track. So it's best to sew as much as you can around the rubber band, and you just want to hop over the rubber band. But I will show you a little bit later on in the video how, in slow motion, how I do it. Also, really quickly, one of the things that I should have done before actually starting with the extensions was to straighten out my hair. Because I didn't straighten my hair out, the thickness of my hair fooled me into thinking that I had enough hair on my head, but by the time I straightened it, it wasn't enough extension hair on my head. So next time I would definitely straighten it. I would probably not straighten the roots first, but I will definitely straighten the ends, because that way, with the roots being straightened and with the heat and then the rubber bands, that's just way too much on my hair. So I would definitely straighten the ends at least first and then move forward, because it makes the end process so much easier. So I already did the first row and I'm pulling it, it's going nowhere, okay? This thing was stuck in place. So I did go up furthermore into this video and just wanted to get the process started. But look how flawless this looks. I think every time I do this, it just gets better and better. And look at the ponytail leverage, like, come on. So look at the coverage, like look at that. It is covering my hair perfectly. So this right here is the row that I decided that I'm going to leave out just in case I want to do a half up, half down. So that's it right there at the bottom into a ponytail. So if I wanted to do that. So now we are going to section this off again, and I'm going to show you like in slow motion how I sew everything in. So just give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, and really quickly, as you get to the top, it's going to get a little bit tricky as far as hair placement and parting placement, because you have to remember that these are rubber bands. These are not microlink, so they can get lumpy. But using clip-ins can be very beneficial for you. And it helped me big time this time around. So now I'm going in slow motion on how to sew the tracks into your rubber band partings. So you want to keep it in the box where the rubber band has held your hair. You want to keep it in there. Your hair is the guide. It's like the braid that connects the sewing method to the braid and the hair, all that stuff. So that's like the most invisible braid that you're going to have. And that's what's going to keep your hair together. But do not sew into the rubber band because the rubber band will pop. So you want to sew right around it. And it's gonna stay flat, like it's gonna be flat. It's just at the top, it's not gonna be as flat because it's gonna be more noticeable. So you just feel like, I think it's just best to use clip-ins at the top. Now, if you can mask it and make it work at the top, then you good. Just show me what you did, because now I need to know what you did. Now you see how it looks thick? Like it really does look really thick, but until I start to press it out, it's gonna get thinner. So that's why I say make sure that you press your hair out first, so that way you can know how much to put into each sewing section. So some of them I had like 4 or 5 bundles in it, 4 or 5, not 5, I'm ODing, like 3. I think it was the max was like 3 tracks, 3 weft tracks in one. So you can add a bunch of hair to each section, but it's best to make sure that your hair is straight so that you can feel how thick the hair is getting, if that makes sense. Okay, so now that we're finished, I was thinking about doing a bang, but I was like, my bang ain't banging. I was just trying to do anything to prevent from using the clip-ins, okay? I just wanted a hairstyle that was just going to be free and less work, but I had to put my clip-ins in. But that's how it looks with the ponytail, and this is how it looks with the messy bun. I'm telling you guys, I love this. And when I say this hairstyle is versatile, especially after the first wash, there's so many different styles that you can do with this. Like I said, a half up, half down. I have a deep side part right now. I've done the ponytail, I've done the low ponytail, the high ponytail. I've done a lot, but I just wish that it was much thicker. And this is another hairstyle. If you got that type of hair that just needs to be like thrown away, you don't need to try it no more, this is the hairstyle for it. And I just cut my clip-ins. Had I not cut them, I think the clip-ins would have been perfect for it. So that's probably another reason why I didn't want to do the clip-ins, because they were so blunt. Like the cut, look at it, it just didn't look right. So I left those clip-ins just for this video, just to make it look like it's something. But after that, I just took the clip-ins out after I finished this video and was like, it ain't it for me. So the side part works perfectly. And plus I'm a side part girl anyway, so it is what it is. I was a middle part, but now I'm a side part. I don't know what it is with the side part. It is what it is. So I want to take my hair out so that I can get a deeper or more accurate press, because my hair was completely thick and the hair was completely thin. But once I pressed all the hair out, it looked way more natural. And I didn't press the hair all the way towards the end. What I did was just make sure that wherever my hair was, I pressed it. And then after I did that, I went back and just did some tight curls as much as I can, get them as tight as possible, just to make sure that the extensions can keep its thickness and look as natural as they possibly can with my hair. Alright, so why am I picking up a tool that I have probably used 3 times in my life? Why did I decide to do that now? And it did not come out right. So I said, let me start the curls with the flat iron first, and then I'll go back with the wand. And it works because the wand helped poof out my hair a lot more to make it look a lot thicker. So guys, like, this is it. This is the look. This is the hairstyle. I loved everything about this hairstyle. I love everything about how versatile this hairstyle is. Like, it just came out so beautiful. I still love it. So guys, thank you so much for coming to my channel. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for coming. If you are returning Serenity Within family member girl, hey girl, hey, thank you for coming back. And guys, see you in my next video. Also, if this is a hairstyle that you're going to try, please put it in my comment section. Let me know so I can support you too and see your video. Bye guys.